Yo, how is it going everyone? My name is Jack and welcome back to the channel. Today we have some extra hot off the presses news to go over. The man, the myth, the stone-faced killer himself, Shroud, has discovered how to wallhack in Valorant. You heard me right. Shroud jumped over the code, dug through the files, data mined for hours and hours until he found the treasure at the core of Valorant, seeing enemies no matter where they are. So come with me, so we too can find the secrets of this elusive treasure. But before we start cracking whips like Indy, you need to start cracking more heads in ranked. And so do I, so don't feel too bad about it. We can both improve via the awesome improvement modules on SkillCapped.com. Get access to the tools you need to get the rank you've always wanted at the link down below. And of course, before we go any deeper, we have to do our question of the day. I'm going hyper specific today because I want to gauge feedback within our community. Do you guys think the Stinger is too good or overpowered? Now that rifles have a definitive difference in their moving accuracy, I think it's exasperated the feeling of agents drifting around corners at Mach 1, letting the Stinger rain terror on everyone. The problem is that nerfing the Stinger or movement speed with subs in general may be a tough process. The mobility they offer is how they separate themselves from rifles and maintain viability in the low econ situations, which is their goal. So what do you guys think about the Stinger? Let me know in the comments down below. Alright, Shroud. We know him, we love him. Former NACS superstar turned into one of the most prolific streaming talents in Twitch history. Shroud can pick up any game and be a top individual player overnight, so it makes sense that he's turned a lot of his attention to the biggest CS competitor in Valorant. But all is not sunshine and rainbows in the Shroud camp, as reported by Deserto. It appears that Shroud may have found the biggest glitch in the game right now. Full-blown minimap hacks that let Shroud admittedly do some hilarious stuff. Roll the clip.
He's gonna challenge you 100%.
I got the bug. I see him. He's spawned right now. He's grass. Yeah, he's grass.
What?
He's right here. I see him.
Hey, Wally?
Yeah, I see him.
Wait.
Yeah, he's walling.
Yeah, he's right here. He's walking through the door right now. And
Wallbang him.
I'm behind him.
10 seconds left.
No way. Oh my god.
Okay, firstly, only Shroud can think that quickly on his feet to take advantage of a clip, not just to win a round, but also humiliate his opponent in the funniest way possible while doing so. But let's get technical here for a second. So Shroud is jiggle peeking for intel in a 1v1 with a spike down on C-Long. The Cypher sees him, puts some return shots into Sightbox to stop the jiggles from Shroud, and boom, the glitch is active. For those less familiar, when you see an enemy in Valorant, they will stay on your minimap when you look away for a brief second. For Shroud, when he unpeaks, he can see in real time the Cypher's movements on the minimap. This is clearly some sort of bug, but good lord, if there was ever a beneficial bug, then this is it. So this leads to a lot of questions, because clearly Shroud is familiar with this glitch. He even goes on to say it's happened to him before since the most recent patch. So is this glitch replicatable? How often does it happen, and can it be targetedly abused? Targetedly is definitely not a word, but we're just going to roll with it, bear with me. Well, I have some good news. I enlisted the help of fellow SkillCapped creator King to stand still in a private match for 15 minutes at 9:30 at night, so I could jiggle peek until I activated my own wall hacks. And the only reason you aren't watching those results on screen is because nothing worked. We were unable to recreate the bug ourselves, and both of us, despite having played many games since the patch, haven't run into this ourselves. Which means, I can fairly well assume at this point that this minimap glitch is rare, but for some reason Shroud has run into it multiple times, and possibly many others. At the end of the day, this is really bad. We have the VCT starting today, and who the heck knows if someone gets this glitch activated, it could affect pro games. It's probably affecting ranked games everywhere right now. Riot absolutely need to stop everything and prioritize fixing this bug ASAP. This is just one of those things that can't be allowed to stay because of the potential harm to competitive integrity above all else. I'm curious though, have you guys encountered this bug? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you can, detail how it happened, and maybe then we can get closer to figuring out what causes this issue. Keep in mind that though solving what happens to a bug may increase the odds of you running into it, the only way to get these things fixed fast is to make sure that we give the developers as much information as possible to approach fixing on their end. So that means deconstructing and recreating the bug like we did previously a few weeks ago with the Yoru teleport glitches. If we can figure out how to recreate this minimap issue, we will be accelerating the process of getting it patched. In lighter news, one of the other most ubiquitous names in streaming culture made some waves earlier in the week in Valorant as well. The Doctor, the two-time back-to-back champion himself, is playing Valorant and looking damn good while he does it. But Dr.Disrespect is known for a lot more than just the violent speed and momentum he leaves in his wake on the server. He's also a very accomplished map designer, not just in his prior work with Call of Duty, but also most recently contributing a whole map idea to Rogue Company, which is now in the game. That whole Rogue Company situation was a huge PR moment for the doc and the game itself, and it looks like he wants to do something similar in Valorant, tweeting out that the flip phone is open and ready if Riot wants a specific set of skills. Who the hell knows if Riot will bite and let the Doctor leave his mark on another game, but 3D environment artist Lydia Zanotti did reply saying that they will be bringing us more maps soon, they promise. Regardless of what Riot do on their own, and even though Volcano may be a fantastic map designer, let's let the doc have another world at it, boys. I think it would be sick. Now I know it, you know it, Hexadecimal hates that he knows it considering we just did a guide on it. The Bucky is broken. The Bucky is busted. The Bucky is unreal right now and you should be abusing the heck out of it because his days are numbered. I mean, it definitely needs changing because doing this... or this... is pretty freaking nuts. And Riot are aware of this lateness. Nicholas Wu replied to these clips from Drone and said that while he can't share any details, the Bucky is on the radar and in my opinion is probably set up for a nerf within the next few patches. So get out there and right click everything in sight, boys, because time is running out. So let's talk some shop about the Valorant Champions Tour briefly. Obviously this big of a tournament held online was going to lead to some wacky results and moments, but we did have an instance where a game bug cost the team a critical round. In their match against Immortals on Ascent, Luminosity Gaming found themselves on the defense against an Eco and IMT squad, and everything is looking good to shut down the flank. Look at a Proto, he's in a fantastic spot on the Speedway. Wait, what happened? Did someone kick his router? Did he fall asleep at the wheel? No one knew for sure until the official Valorant Champions Tour and a Twitter account tweeted out the clip asking if a Proto was okay. A Proto, probably annoyed at being memed on, let us know that he appeared to be the victim of a Cypher Cam bug that kept him stuck from controlling his character, and that he was in fact not okay. We don't know the specifics of this bug at this time, but it does suck to lose a round like that, and hopefully we don't see too many more instances of bugs determining round outcomes in this tournament. But all is not lost in the Cypher Camp absolute champion and incredible mind Lothar shared for us mere mortals an insane Cypher Cam exploit that is definitely going to get patched soon. So let's play the clip and let this beautiful man do the talking.
Alright guys, today's tip is about Cypher and it's insanely broken, like really broken. This should be patched, but until it's patched, use it. You can use your camera for breaking sage walls. You just need to put the camera on a spot when it goes on the wall while being inside of the sage wall, like this. And it breaks the wall instantly. It's absolutely broken.
So Sage mains are gonna mold and Cypher once again stays winning forever. Got it. Thanks, Lothar. So I was gonna not talk about this initially just because it's kind of a big sad for me. I got my start in Valorant content creation following Brax, AZK, and this T1 roster and their pro matches all the way back in the beta, and to hear that Brax and AZK are both out is kind of heartbreaking to me in a way. Brax is still a definitive talent, and I think his services will be acquired very fast by another North American org. I just personally hope that this conviction to play with AZK doesn't hold him back, as I never really rated AZK that highly in the CSGO days, and frankly I still don't really rate him in Valorant either. But on the T1 side, they do get Automatic, who is an incredible talent in his own right from CSGO, one of the best individual North American players during his peak a few years back. And yes, it will keep me up at night that we didn't get to see both Automatic and Brax rip it up in a server. I don't want to talk about it, please stop bullying me about it, it really makes me sad. But as far as I'm aware, T1 still need a 5th, so I'm really curious where all parties kind of go from here. I'm just once again sad that the Brax stream is once again on hold. Let this kid be free. And that's all we have for news today. You may have noticed my audio was a bit different, I apologize. I spent my last weekend building a new desk and reorganizing my room/office, and in that effort, I accidentally created a huge uncovered section of wall space that really created an echo I didn't anticipate, which really made it hard to actually get this video done. If you're curious how I've temporarily solved that problem late at night while on a deadline, Well, let's just say I used a little bit of improvise, adapt, and overcome. Thank you, Bear Grylls. Yes, that is an Iron Man blanket duct taped to my wall. I am a full-grown adult, and I will not justify why I have this at hand. Don't judge me. Anyways, if you guys liked the video, make sure to drop a comment down below and let us know what you think. And while you are down there, make sure to like the video actually, and subscribe as well for more premium news and guides just like this one with one goal in mind, helping you become a better player. We here at SkillCapped would like to thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.